D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I'm going to be reading you to do this video. And you can read them for yourself again, or you can just watch this video and, you can, listen to what I got to say and everything. All right. So before I get started, though, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right. So now that I got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? This article comes from Deadline, my favorite. It says, Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell to star in Sony Rom-Com from Gluck. And that is Sydney Sweeney, and she's from Euphoria. I'll say it in the article, but she's from Euphoria. If you don't watch that show, she's really good. I like her a lot. And then Glen Powell is from the latest one was that Top Gun Maverick, where he's looking extra like spicy. Excuse me. Sorry, it's the bubbly water. Okay, so it says Gluck is getting back to his rom-com roots and looks to have landed two of the most sought-after stars in town for his next project. Sources tell Deadline that Sony Pictures has acquired an untitled R-rated romantic comedy. I wonder what R-rated means. Are we going to see some naughty business? With Sydney Sweeney and I just want to say Sweeney Todd with her. Okay, so Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell set to star and Gluck directed. And his name is Gluck. That's so funny. Okay. While the plot is being kept under wraps, of course it is, the project is based on Ilana Walpert's script, which Gluck is rewriting. It's probably because it's bad. Joe Roth and Jeff Kurtzenbank and Gluck, with his Olive Bridge Entertainment and First Look deal at Sony, are producing, with Sweeney executive producing. Okay. Nobody cares about that crap of who's producing. They always put that crap in here like we care. Sony landed the coveted package at the end of last year. And if you don't know what a package is, I'll break it down a little bit, but I did do a video on it and I'll leave it in the iCard section. But a package is basically like, they'll gather up the stars of they'll usually get like a star or two. They'll get a script, and then they'll get all the little moving parts, package it up into a package about one deal. Then they'll go to the studio and they'll be like, listen, I have this rom-com with Sydney Sweeney and this Powell guy, and Gluck is going to direct. Here's this, we have the script, everything's good to go, you just have to buy it. And then everybody's like, yeah, let's do this. Let's see. Sony landed the coveted package at the end of last year, and after figuring out Sweeney's schedule with her Euphoria dates, shooting is expected to start at the end of next month. Following her Emmy-nominated work on HBO's Euphoria and The White Lotus, Sweeney has spent her Euphoria hiatus building up an impressive upcoming slate, starting with the Sony Marvel pick, Madam Web. That production finished last year and began a new strong relationship with the studio and budding star, as Sony would then land the rights to the package, the registration that she is attached to star and produce. See, that's how it's done these days. You don't get a movie going and then go find your stuff. You usually get all your stuff going and then get somebody to pay for it. She is also attached to executive produce and star in a new Barbarella movie at Sony Pictures. Did I do a story on that? I think I did a video on that. If I did, I'll leave in the archive section. Let's see. With the Fifth Season, Barbarella partnered with Fifth Season to produce a TV adaptation of The Player's Table. Never heard of it. She also recently wrapped production on National Anthem. I don't know what that is either. I'm a little behind the loop on my Sydney Sweeney news. For Powell, the film returns him to his rom-com roots as well after his career was launched and Netflix set it up opposite Zoe Deutsch. I love Zoe Deutsch. She's great. He is coming off a big 2022 starting with Top Gun Maverick. He also, where he looked very sexy on that bitch thing. He also recently co-starred with Jonathan Majors and executive produced the historical war epic Devotion for Sony. Didn't see it. Additionally, he will team with Chris Morgan for the sci-fi action thriller Deputy X for Universal, and has signed on to the buddy comedy Foreign Relations, where he will star alongside Nick Jonas. That's going to be terrible because Nick Jonas can't act. Best known for his comedies, Easy A, love that movie, and Friends with Benefits, not so much. Gluck is currently developing End of the World, an action comedy he wrote with Chris Bremer, and with Gluck, which Gluck will direct, and Just Dance for Ubisoft, whatever. Sorry, there was a creature running through my backyard. I got all distracted. Gluck is adapting Chameleon Hollywood Con Queen for Noah Pink for Peacock, which he will direct and produce. This guy's directing and producing a lot of stuff. I don't understand when he's going to get to this rom-com. When is everybody getting to this rom-com? They're all doing stuff. Anyways, he is also producing the Blacklist topping Move On, a sci-fi romance with Ken Kabashi, I don't know, for Sony, and a live action adaptation for Aristocrats for Disney. Jeez, Pete, that's going to be terrible. Aristocrats for Disney, a live action version. Did anybody see Lion King? It wasn't that great. Wolpert is the executive story editor for season 4 of High School Musical, the musical. Oh yeah, we just all love that. The series at Disney Plus. She is developing her original series Turn of the Century Teenage Witch with Animal Pictures, Maya Rudolph and Natasha Lyonne. Polly Lou. Nobody cares about all this stuff. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I read all that nonsense, and you know what? I just want to be like, nobody cares, guys. Like, nobody cares. Okay, so all in all, I think this sounds good. I like rom-coms, but not like on the daily. I'll watch one every now and then. My wife likes them, so I'll watch them with her, and I'll be like, oh, that was cute and everything, but I don't need to watch another one for a little while. But I do like these people. I mean, Easy A is like amazing. Love that movie. So I mean, I didn't like Friends with Benefits that much, but we'll see, and then these two people, they're both hot. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have, at least a decent hit on their hands. So I don't think they're going wrong with this one. And I think, it's a good for all of them. I hope I hope this does well. And tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell being cast in this rom-com being directed by Will Gluck? Are you a fan of Will Gluck's movies? I love Easy A, like I said before. And I'm Friends with Benefits wasn't the greatest movie, but it was fine. But I do like this Glen Powell, and I love Sydney Sweeney. I can't wait to see her in that Spider Web movie, that Madam Web movie. But I do, good for all of them, and I'll probably watch it. All right, you guys, tell me what you guys think about this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys. You guys have a good week. Bye.